Nowadays, the sexy form of marketing is paid advertising or content creation on different social media platforms. But what a lot of people don't want to learn, and what takes the most time to learn, and what also might be the most effective, is a really awesome search engine optimization strategy that you can put in place for your business. Search engine optimization, or SEO, is how high or how low you rank on Google results when somebody searches a specific keyword. So if I make blue light glasses, I'm going to want my company to rank as high as possible on Google for the search result blue light glasses, or blue light blockers, or gamer glasses, or something along those lines that relates to the product that I have that I'm trying to sell. As you can see, SEO is an incredibly important pillar of marketing that your company, your agency, or your client must have in order to succeed in their business. In today's video, I wanted to break down a couple different ways that you can improve your SEO results as soon as tomorrow if you implement these strategies that I'm about to tell you today. The first and the most simple thing that you can do today is identify 10 to 20 keywords to begin with that you want to start ranking for, so that we can create a strategy behind that makes sense, and we're not just kind of going for all these different keywords that may be harder to rank for, easier to rank for. We can hone in on these 10 to 20, and we can effectively market and create content based on these keywords to start ranking for that. And I'll touch on that a little bit later in the video. But the keyword needs to be something that is related to your business, or something that you want to show up for that relates to your business. So in my previous example for blue light glasses or blue light blockers, you're going to want to rank for blue light glasses, or cheap blue light blockers, or best glasses for gamers, or office worker glasses, something along those lines. Create 10 to 20 different keywords, and then research through a tool like SEMrush that lets you know how much volume that keyword actually gets. Because obviously, if you have a keyword that gets no volume, then there's really no good in actually trying to rank for it, because while you may be number one on the search result, nobody's searching for it, and thus nobody's going to visit your website. So set 10 to 20 keywords that you really want to start ranking for, and then start creating content based on those keywords. So if you're an agency owner that, let's say, specializes in email marketing, I'm going to want to go on my website that's a well-optimized website, which means that it's designed well. It doesn't have a lot of fluff in the code behind it. That also hurts your SEO. I'm going to go into that and create a piece of content that actually would rank on Google for email marketing. So they could be something like 5 email marketing strategies that your company must have for 2024, or best ways to increase your open rate for email marketing. There's so many different things that you can do, but if your keyword is email marketing, or email marketing in the, let's say, your local area, for example, I live in Atlanta, let's say email marketing strategies for companies based in the Atlanta area, that's a pretty niche keyword that wouldn't be super hard to rank for based on the volume of that keyword. So essentially, content can be a blog post, it can be an email newsletter that you get your potential clients or clients to sign up for, it can be a YouTube video, and it can even be things like a tweet or LinkedIn posts. These things get a lot of traffic that you might not otherwise think. And if you're actually posting consistently on social media, it can sometimes do better than if you're posting on Google or on your website or a newsletter, things like that. I can say personally that creating these YouTube videos has definitely helped my business gain a lot of SEO traction, just because I'm the business owner, my name is behind my business, and I'm putting out a lot of free content based on different marketing strategies that people can put into place. So companies have reached out to me by finding my Instagram, my YouTube channel, my newsletter, and they see the value that I'm driving, and my search results for, let's say, email marketing, or different ways you can better your SEO, like the video that I'm making right now. Companies have come across it, they've seen my face, they've seen my company, and they've reached out wanting to work with me. So it's all about creating really good content that you know your potential client would actually get value from with nothing in return. A lot of people want to charge out the bat, and I think that free value is one of the most underrated forms of actually getting a client in the first place. And if you can create that free content by creating blog posts or YouTube videos or anything of that matter, just creating content on a consistent basis, then you'll be set. The second thing I have here is start taking advantage of backlinks. There's a couple things that you can do right off the bat to improve your backlink strategy. So backlinks are essentially when another website links to your website, and every website has a health score. So you want to aim from the 90 range to the 100 range. You don't want to be anything below that. But if another website that has a 90 or above health score links to your website, that is actually going to help you rank on Google, because Google sees that this other reputable website that's not scammy or spammy or anything like that has linked to your website because they found value in what you provide. So it helps you outdo your competitors the more quality backlinks that you have. There are a few ways that you can attain backlinks for your company. Number one is just reaching out to some local news or some different journals in your area. For example, the Atlanta Times or something along those lines, the Atlanta Magazine. You can definitely pay for these slots, but the more easy route is just by doing something simple as like joining your local chamber of commerce. That is one of the best ways that I've done for my clients to immediately improve their SEO, and something that you do essentially have to pay for, but it does them wonders because right off the bat, you're paying for a very high authority, a good health score website to be linking to your website. Not to mention, it's a whole directory of other websites of other businesses in your area. And if you're a marketing agency, then you could essentially market yourself to all these different businesses within the Chamber of Commerce. But in my experience, the best way and the quickest way to get a backlink is just number one, by joining your local Chamber of Commerce. And then once you have that done, you feel a little bit more confident. You've created some good content on the back end. Let's say you have a couple case studies for some different client success stories or customer success stories or patient success stories. If you're in the medical field, you can start reaching out to different journals or publications or magazines and create an email that would essentially pitch yourself for a news article. These different companies are always looking for good stories to put out there. And if you have a good story behind you, you provide some good services, you've got some good case studies, just create a good email template and start emailing these different journalists, writers, and different people that are in charge of actually publishing the content on their website. And before you know it, you'll have a news article from a reputable site that links to your website. And that's essentially how you can get good backlinks. Another way you can immediately improve your SEO is just by collaborating with some local businesses that also want to better their SEO. You could create a marketing campaign that is fit for both of your businesses. I see this done all the time with different gyms and protein powders or supplements or things like that, where the gym would run a deal with the supplement company, and in turn, they link to each other's websites. So you're collaborating with each other. You're not only benefiting by getting a backlink, but you're also trafficking your audience and your consumer base to the other company, and vice versa. They're putting their consumer base in front of your company's name, which essentially gets you more exposure. Not only that, but you're also, like I said, getting that backlink behind each other, not only by promoting yourself on social media, but by mutually creating a blog post. There's so many different ways that collaborating is good for your business, but search engine optimization is especially a great way to do that, because not only are you promoting it, not only are you promoting the giveaway or the sweepstakes or whatever it is that you're collaborating on, but so is the other company. Just make sure that the other company is in a similar industry or an industry where it'll make sense for you to be collaborating. You know, a guitar company might not want to collaborate with a concrete company. There's so many different ways that you can do that stuff, but I would say that's not necessarily a good fit. From then on, it kind of looks like an SEO grab in the first place. So make sure that the industry that you're reaching out to, the company that you're reaching out to, is in a similar or the same industry, but not necessarily a competitor, if that makes sense. There's so many different ways these different companies can intertwine, like the gym, supplements, protein powders, and so on, and you get that. The last thing I have for you here is use an SEO tracking software or website. Like I mentioned earlier, SEMrush has a free plan that I use all the time that is essential for tracking your SEO, where it was, where it is now, and predictions for the actual future. They have tools like backlink builders or SEO audits. You can do that for any website, not only your own, so you can learn from your competitors, you can learn from different businesses in the area, and you need to track that on an essential SEO CRM. This video is not sponsored by SEMrush, but I do use them on a daily basis. So SEM, if you're watching this, hit your boy up. No, but in all seriousness, you need to have something like SEMrush if it's not that. So it could be SEMrush, it could be a company like Ahrefs, and I've used both, but I think that the SEMrush way is just a lot more beginner friendly, not only from the data analytics point of view, but just the user interface. It just is a lot less intimidating when you get in there. And search engine optimization can absolutely be a monster that is incredibly intimidating once you start getting into it. But make sure that your company or your client is signed up for a CRM like this, because it's really essential that they see the data, that you see the data, that you put in these different keywords that you can start ranking for. But I could create a whole nother video on this. These CRMs have so many tools that you can use, and you can keep it all in one to where you have a link building tool, you have an SEO audit tool, you have a domain tracker, you have a health score tracker, you have an authority score tracker. Like, there's so many different tools that you can use. And like I said, there's tons of these different tools out there. I just recommend SEMrush. If you take advantage of these 4 things, I am positive that your SEO will improve by as soon as tomorrow. And if you stay consistent in the long run, let's say 6 months, a year, 2 years down the line, SEO is a very long game. But if you're doing this stuff on a daily, weekly basis, your SEO is going to grow, and there's just no doubt about that. But guys, if you stayed to the end of this video, I really appreciate it. Hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.